Okay, so now we're going to do our last ordinary level question. This is the 2010 question and it's for Anne Reddin. Okay, so first thing I always do is we set up our page. So you can see I have it done there. Got all my dates going across the top. Always start with November the 1st, don't forget the 1st. Then I put in all my assets, my liabilities that I get from my balance sheet and I pop them in and then I'm good to go. Okay, so the first transaction was on November the 1st, received from a debtor a cheque for 630 in full settlement of a debt of 650. So we've given a €20 discount. So we're going to put in that the debtors, they no longer owe us the 650. So we're reducing our debtors figure. Our bank, we got 630, just increasing our bank. So that's a loss of 20. Then we have our profit and loss. We made a loss of 20 and then negative 20. Okay, and that's the first part done. Second part, paid by cheque expenses that were due at the beginning of the month. Okay, so let's find our expenses due were 500. So we paid them in full, so that's 500. That's a negative 500. What's going to happen to our bank account? Well, it's going to be reduced by 500 as we paid our expenses, and that's a total of negative 500. Okay, so we're balancing so far. Next one then is November 10th, purchase goods on credit for 7,300. Okay, so we are going to, our stock is going to be increased by 7,300. And that's a total of 7,300. And then our creditors are going to be increased by 7,300. So we owe that to them. 1,300. Okay, now we're going to go to November the 15th, paid by cheque 2,000 for repairs to private residence. We see the word private and we know that it's going to be drawings. So the cheque for 2,000, you're paying that, so that's going to come out your bank, negative 2,000. And then we're going to have our drawings, negative 2,000. So that gives us our two totals here. Okay, November the 17th, purchased equipment for 12,000. So our equipment is going to go up by 12,000. A deposit of 3,000 was paid by cheque and the remainder was borrowed from Quick Fix Finance Ltd. So we're going to put in here our Quick Fix Finance Ltd. Okay, now, so it told us it was 12,000. So our equipment is going to go up by 12,000. So that's our machinery. And that's 12,000. Our bank is going to be reduced by 3,000 because we paid our deposit from the bank. So that is going to leave me with 9,000. Okay, and then Quick Fix Finance, they gave us the 9,000 loan. So that'll give me 9,000 and I'm balanced up. Okay, next thing then says a debtor on November the 19th, a debtor who owed €900 was declared bankrupt and paid 50 cents in the euro by cheque. So we get our calculator and 900 multiplied 0.5, so 450. So for every euro they owed us, the 900, they could pay 50 cents. So you have it 450. Okay, so that means that our debtors are being reduced by the full amount, which is 900. And then our bank is increased by 450 because they gave us 450. So that leaves us with a negative 450. Our profit and loss will be lost 450. That's going to be a negative 450. Okay, so now we've just got one more to do. November the 24th, paid by cheque, a creditor's account balance of 1,800 and then receive discount of 100. Okay, so our bank has been reduced by 1,700 because it was 1,800 and we got €100 discount. Okay, so that's to be a bracket there. Okay, so that's 1,700 and it gives a total of 1,700. Our profit and loss is 100, it's positive. It's a discount we got. Creditors, we no longer owe them 1,800. And our balance then, 100 minus 1,800 gives me negative 1,700. Okay, so now we need to do our totals. So if you want to pause the video, do your totals, and I'll put the answer up in a sec. Okay, and there's the full and final answer. So again, if you go away and practice it yourself without looking at the solution and then come back and check it with the solution.